Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Andrea here. Today's video is very exciting because I get to try so many products with you. Products that I either receive in PR or that I bought myself. I recently went to New York and I did some damage to Sephora. I bought so many stuff. If you live in the US, I'm very jealous. You have everything there. Everything is so easy there. I know there's a lot happening in the US right now, but I still love that country so much, and just the energy there. It's always very positive, and I come back feeling very motivated and with just a very good energy. So anyway, back to Paris, filmed this look using all the new products, the Westman Atelier, the new Hydro Balm, the new foundation from NARS. There's so many foundations that have been launched lately. Concealer from Patrick Ta, the new Denim collection from Chanel. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. I'm so excited for this video because there are so many products that I want to talk about, and there are many launches that I'm very excited about. There's so many foundations that launched recently. I need to do a complete separate video only about foundations because we've got the new NARS, we've got the Clarins, we've got the Mary Phillips that I recently just bought. We've got you ready? You're not ready. Let me just tell you a little story. So one of my clients was invited to test the Hermes foundation because she's like a big Hermes client. And I think maybe like 2 months ago, she was invited in the boutique to test the product. And then immediately she called me and said, hey, I tried the new foundation from Hermes. It's like, it's not even launched yet. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Is it available to buy? And she's like, no, but if you want, you can do my makeup and use it. So I did, and I loved it. And as soon as it was available, I went and bought everything. And when I tell you everything, the base, the brush, I even bought the mascara. And literally, guys, literally 2 days after I spent so much money at Hermes, they sent me an email, and it never happened before, right? It was my first time receiving an email from Hermes, and they were like, hey, we would love to have you coming at our headquarters so you can discover the foundation. And I'm like, what? First of all, I was super happy because, you know, you get an invitation from Hermes. It's like, God blessed you. And second, I knew that. I was like, damn it, I could have waited just a few more days because these are not cheap. However, I do not regret buying them because the brush, the palette, the foundation, everything is really good. And I'm so sorry. I will have to do a video about the foundation separately because there are just so many. I've also tested some foundations that are not necessarily new on the market, but I just loved them. And I've tested for a good amount of time, and I really want to show you. One is from Suku and the other one is from Vive. It's called the Balm. Face Balm foundation or something like that. Let me put this down. There are just so many things that I want to talk about. I think I've already talked about the new Armani, right? Today I'm going to use the new NARS foundation because I think that this foundation is the one that answers all of my needs when it comes to foundation. So this is the new natural matte Longwear foundation. So you know that they have a version similar to this, but the packaging, the bottle is glossy, and it's called Natural Radiant. Now the difference between this and that one is that this is a matte formula, but not like you know how it used to be like matte formulas in 2016, like very like matte and drying, and your skin would look like it had no life. That's not the case with this foundation. I'm gonna show you in a second. Before I apply foundation, I wanna apply this. By the way, I also got the Mary Phillips. I bought this because I only had the medium one, and I got the light so I can really use it and, you know, tell you how I feel about it. So we're going to start with this, but I have like the new concealer from Patrick Ta. We've got the new lippies from Westman Atelier, the Denim collection from Chanel. Ooh, so much. The new eyeshadow sticks from Anastasia Beverly Hills, lip liners from Mary Phillips, lip oils from Givenchy. Like, I feel like a kid around Christmas. I'm so happy with everything that came out. Starting with this palette from Mary Phillips. As you can see, I've only used 2 shades from here. I'm going to start with the contour shade. Contour shade, as you know, should be slightly more cool tone so that it mimics the natural shadow that you have on the face. So I'm going to apply it right under the zygomatic bone, a little bit right here. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to my forehead, I like to apply a little bit of contour here more and here less, because do you see that my forehead is so crooked? It's like this whole part of my face, the eyebrow, the nose, the lip, everything is higher. And this, including the forehead, including the nostril, everything is lower on this side. That's why you always see me like this, because this is my good side. Okay, so we're also going to contour the nose slightly. Something about contour that you should know is that with age, you are losing volume right here. A lot of women actually fill in their temples with hyaluronic acid or fat. They do the fat transfer because with age we become more sculpted right here, and this is a sign of aging. And I find that if you're the type of person that already has this, like as you can see when I talk, it's even more visible. If you're someone that has this kind of hollowness right here, avoid applying contour there. You want to apply contour maybe, do you see the shadow right here? So the shadow is right here. In order to diminish this shadow, you could either apply a little bit of shadow right next to it, like right here, so that these bones don't come forward, and then highlight this part with something like this, right? Mixed with something like this. You can highlight this to make it look more forward. There was a time when we love this like contoured situation for the eye, but it doesn't always work. Not for everyone. Okay, I am not wearing high color clothes, so I do want to snatch the jawline and a little bit here on the lips. And now I'm going to slightly blend, more like pressing this, blending upwards. Don't worry if it's not clean. It's not supposed to be clean at first, right? I'm going to use my finger to just press that lighter shade I've applied on the temples. This is not something I would use every day, right? But I'm just giving you the tools if you need them. Okay, now I love this from the palette. This color is a really good for color correcting, and you know why? Because it has that peachy salmony tone, so you could use it to correct the darkness that you might have under the eyes, because sometimes concealer is not enough, especially if your under eyes are more bluish, mauvey. Then you're going to appreciate this a lot. So I'm gonna press this with my finger. Wow, what a difference it made, only that salmony color. Okay, good. And now we're going to use the foundation. So I'm using NARS, the new one, in the shade Vienna. And this is the type of foundation that really answers all of my foundation prayers, because like I said, it's matte, but like a beautiful, very modern matte. It's super long wear, super long wear, and it feels like a serum on the skin. Now, best practices for this foundation, because I had it for a while. You want to take a big brush. You want to load the brush with this product. Now, I've just self-tanned yesterday, so this color, this might be a little bit too light for me now. Yeah, as you can see, like my neck is definitely much darker than my face. I have a darker color. 1 second. Never mind Vienna, I have Punjab. Perfect. Clean the brush. New color, so much better. I'm going to start with the cheek, and you want to buff the foundation into your skin. Can you come closer, please? Look at the chin. Look at the chin. So as you are buffing the foundation, you can see how it just evens out the skin. So I'm going to apply the foundation first where there's no contour, right? Now I use this technique, the underpainting technique, which means that you're applying the contour before the foundation, because a lot of you said that you want to see what it looks like. I think that for me and for my needs, I prefer to use the foundation first, as I'm someone that is not very heavy-handed. So if I apply my contour on top of my foundation, I don't feel like it's too much. I can still make it look really undetectable on the skin. Okay, now with whatever is left on the brush, I'm not applying anything more. I just go on top of the contour. And now we have this very natural contour situation. Also, one of the reasons why I prefer to do the foundation first is because I have melasma. So I like to cover first, right? Start fresh. I like to cover what needs to be covered and then sculpt. There's no right or wrong, right? Do whatever you want. Now, here's the thing. This foundation applied with a heavy hand, this is going to look like a lot because it has a lot of coverage. But if you just buff it into the skin with a big synthetic brush, you feather it out, I promise you this is going to be your favorite foundation. If you are also someone that looks for a foundation that will blur the pores, that will blur the fine lines, that would just make your skin look very even, very homogen. If you're someone with very dry skin, very mature skin, if your skin flakes, you have dry patches here and there, I wouldn't necessarily use this foundation on you. I would say this is absolutely perfection if you have combination and oily skin. Oily skin will adore this foundation. So here I'm using the shade Punjab. My final thoughts about this palette. Now, as a makeup artist, I love this. This is going to be so useful to my makeup kit. As makeup lover, makeup like consumer, I'm going to be honest, I much rather use my Haus Labs contour stick or my Westman Atelier contour stick because there is just something so easy when you just draw the lines on the face. Another reason why I prefer a contour stick is because of I have to clean this all the time. I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but I rarely have like dirty brushes, and my makeup in general, like I'm not a freak or anything like that. You will see dirty makeup here and there, but I just like when everything is nice and clean and pretty. So it's just an extra step that I have to do to clean it all the time, which is something that I do, for example, for foundations. After I take my foundation, right, I just usually clean the tip, because if I don't, then it will be right here and it will just annoy the hell out of me. So just so you know, you're gonna have to take an extra step to clean this. Is this a good product? It's a really good product. It's high performing. It's a product that even if I wouldn't do all this content here, I would still buy it for my makeup kit. Like I said, for personal use, I prefer the Haus Labs. I prefer the contour sticks. It's just more practical in my opinion. Concealer. I got the new concealer from Creal. This is called Face Flex, and I really love this concealer because it's more on the hydrating side, more on the very flexible side. I like to just apply a small amount and just blend it with either a natural bristle brush or a synthetic brush, but I would say I prefer a synthetic brush. This was just close to me now. So do you see how I go under the eyes, right? But I don't get all the way close to the lashes, right? It's really important not to go there. There's no need for you to erase that shadow. That shadow is pretty. If you erase that shadow, your eyes will look smaller. Okay, so then I take the concealer, inner corner, because that's where I'm the darkest and I become even more hollowed with age. And then most of the product remains here where I'm the darkest and I have that hollowness. So getting back to this concealer, really natural, but at the same time high performing. Like it's very elastic. I love how natural, how radiant, how easy it is to use. Like you could use it for everyday makeup. It has medium coverage, or you could use it for like special occasion. It really depends on how much you apply. I also have the new Patrick Ta concealer. Now here's the thing about this concealer. This is very light. When I tell you very light, it means that if you barely have any darkness under your eyes, you're just looking for that supernatural, very thin, touche éclat type of product, you're gonna love this. But this doesn't really have a lot of coverage. It has a natural, beautiful satin finish. It's great, but I would have expected from the brand something with a bit more punch, right? In terms of like coverage. It doesn't. It's very natural, and in full honesty, it creases quite a lot on me. So you do need powder with this. For myself, right? I would definitely put this in my makeup kit. But for myself, at this stage in life, I like a concealer that is more self-setting, something that really sticks to the skin, has a good technology. It's Longwear, so that I apply less powder, because we know that powder can make your under eyes look a bit more, you know, dry and emphasize the wrinkles. If I had to choose for myself at this point in life, I love this more. The shade I am using is Face Flex 1.0. 5. It's called Concealer and Complexion Enhancer. I love that because, you know, you could use it wherever you need it. If you have combination skin or oily skin, if your pores are larger than life on your cheeks and 2 hours after you apply your makeup they look even larger and oily, then I recommend you this blush. This is a cream that becomes sort of like a powder. It blurs your pores. This is the multiple, the new multiple from NARS, and I really, really love this, especially in summer. I know that everybody in summer is like, oh, all these like super thin formulas. Guys, they melt on my face. So this is the color I'm using. I just load the brush with this. It's in the shade Fling. I think it's such a beautiful color that gives you that freshness. This is a Rephr B02 brush. I hope they still make this because it's a really, really good brush. Now, if you have applied your blush and it's looking a little weird, don't panic. Take your foundation brush and just go over the edge. Do you see how I'm not like applying directly everywhere? Just go over the edges. Oh, what a beautiful color. You know what? I'm gonna apply a little bit on the bridge of the nose. This is not a new product, but since, you know, I'm doing a full makeup look, I wanted to show you. So I kind of do the W shape like this. Ah, blush is life. Blush is life. Okay, let's pause for a second. I'm gonna do my eyebrows and I'll be right back. All right, while you are not watching, I've just used a little bit of the Anastasia brow powder duo in medium brown with a tiny little bit of the brow freeze gel. I have recently had my eyebrows laminated. That's why they look so beautiful. I'm so happy with the result. Oh, and I also powdered a little bit my under eyes and around my nose. Let's move on with eyes because there are quite a lot of stuff for eyes, aren't they? There's this new palette. This is called the Denim palette from Chanel. Coco Jean, sorry. This is part of their Denim collection and the shade is 29 Coco Jean. Now I'm going to swatch these, but I don't feel like applying blue today. It's really beautiful though, because it's not like an electric crazy blue, right? This is really nice. This is really nice. Maybe we should apply blue. Let me swatch the other one. So I'm going to show you this. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to show you this. Okay, this is more like foiled eyeshadow. And the last one is the dark one. Nice. I could apply this all over the eyelid. This is so pretty. And I also have the new mascara. Should we do blue? Should we do blue? Okay, I want to show you so many things for eyes. I wanted to show you this palette, but I also wanted to show you the new eyeshadow sticks from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So here's the deal. I'm going to add here a video with how I use this eyeshadow palette from Chanel because I think it's so beautiful. The blue is not like a crazy blue. This collection is really nice. It has that eyeshadow palette that I've just showed you, and then it has also this gorgeous highlighter. It's so nice because it's more on the cool side. You could use this as eyeshadow as well. And by the way, I know it looks blue in the palette, but as you swatch it, it has beautiful pink and purple reflexes. It's gorgeous. In the PR, I've also received the nail polish. And here's the thing. This nail polish, if I had short nails, I would have applied it immediately because I love this metallic blue. But I have long nails, and on long nails, I feel like it doesn't look good, right? And then there's this lipstick. This is the Rouge Coco Flash. So it's a more like a balm. Looks like this. I will apply it on my lips in a second. And also this. It's not blue, don't worry. It looks like this. It has a little bit of blue reflex, but I still think it's really, really beautiful. And right now, I wanted to show you these. And the reason why I wanted to show you these is because I think that you're just going to love, love, love these new eyeshadow sticks. In full honesty, if I'm being like fully honest with you, when I got these and when I saw that Anastasia launched these, I was like, really? Eyeshadow sticks? Because I don't see a lot of people using eyeshadow. And I have so many similar eyeshadows with this until I've actually tried them. And then I apologized inside of me. I was like, wow, this is actually not what I thought. This is the formula that changes everything. Like you have all the other eyeshadow sticks on the market, and then you have these new ones from Anastasia. And if you don't believe me, I dare you. I'm sure you have a Sephora next to you because they are like mushrooms. Please try them in the store. Please try them in the store because these are gorgeous. So I obviously love the most natural color because, you know, it's something that I use every day. What makes these special is how thin they are. Normally when you apply cream eyeshadows like this, you can see the amount of product that is being left on your eyelids, and then your eyelids become very dry and even more wrinkly. They emphasize the wrinkles. Not with this. This is just a different type of formula. And like I said, this color is just that everyday eyeshadow that you can use as a base. If you have very annoying veins on your eyelids, you're absolutely going to love this. It gives you a little bit of time to blend, and once it sets, it's not gonna go anywhere. But I love how different, how hydrating this is. And because we're talking about Anastasia Beverly Hills, of course you have the performance. These are gonna be very, very long lasting. And you can use them as your base for maybe another eyeshadow, or you could just have it on its own. Look how beautiful this is. This is a clean Gara color. I'm going to add a video here where I swatch them all. Look at this one. Look at this one. Guys, this is everything I love. It just like makes my eyeshadow routine so easy, because I love to apply first a matte eyeshadow all over the eyelid and then apply strategically a little bit of light on my eyes, right? Just to give me a little pop. Having this on the center of the eyelid, oh my god, this is so pretty. Do you see how I just blended with my finger? That's it. That is it. You could apply this a little bit on your brow bone, a little bit right here to make the eye pop. Inner corner. I like to apply this in the inner corner because it gives it a kind of like a wet look. The eye is back to life. This is so nice. I really, really love this particular color. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. This is a lash latex from YSL. I've been loving this mascara. This is very long wear. Not as hard to take off as Lash Clash. I find that Lash Clash is just impossible to take off. And I know that annoys a lot of you. But also it doesn't give you the volume that Lash Clash does. Like it's going to give you the length. It's going to give you that curve that stays. Definitely not the volume of Lash Clash. So it's more natural looking. I have 4 different shades of the lip liner from Mary Phillips, and I wanted to show you. This is very similar with Victoria Beckham Beauty in terms of packaging, but also the consistency. I can tell you this now after I've used it for a little bit. I bought these when I was in the US. You know what? I should have done a video about what to buy if you're an European and you're going to the US. Because there's so many good things there. CVS, Target, Sephora, I love them all. Okay, I'm going to start with this shade. This is called the Overlining Lip Pencil. This is in Cherry Cola. Beautiful dark cherry. Next one is Bittersweet. Love that cooler cocoa. Next is Skinny Dip. Probably the color that I'm going to use. It's more like natural. And the last one is Sizzle. Sizzle is a color that I think a lot of you would love if you like that very natural looking pink. When I say natural looking pink, like lip color pink, you know what I mean? Not like a fuchsia. Okay, we're gonna go with Skinny Dip. Very creamy formula, very beautiful creamy formula. The one that you can still manipulate after you apply it, like it doesn't really set. So I'm gonna take a brush and just go over the edge to give it a more French lip vibe. A bit more of that La Bouche Mordue effect. I love this natural color. This is something that works with anything. And like I promised, let me show you the 2 lipsticks from Chanel. So the first one is this beautiful caramel. It's in the shade 286 Washed Beige. That very, very slippery, very wet lipstick. Took it off. Wanted to show you this blue. Listen, this is fun. I don't mind this. Very like 90s frosty with contour, especially if you would apply this with no contour, but having a little bit of contrast around the lips makes this lipstick very wearable. You know, it works with what I have on my eyes. This is in 284 Baby Blue. Then I also wanted to show you the Hydro Balm tinted lipstick from Westman Atelier. And I think that the color that you guys are going to love the most and that suits every single skin tone is going to be this beautiful pink. This is called English rose. It looks like this on the back of my hand. I'm sure you have tons of these colors. And then it looks like this on my lips. So it's that type of product that you can, you know, apply it without the mirror. It's just so easy. It doesn't have a ton of pigment, literally just a pinch of color, but a lot of comfort. Like this very beautiful, really nice formula, like gel, hydrating. It's not too wet. It coats your lips with this very beautiful hydrating layer. It reminds me a lot of Byredo lipsticks. Byredo lipsticks are very much like this. So you see, no matter how much you apply, it's never gonna look like too much. It doesn't, like the lipstick doesn't move on your lips. Beautiful color. I think again that this is the color that you guys are going to love. But I'm gonna show you some other colors that I find really beautiful. There are these two very like flashy colors. And I wanted to in particular show you these because I think that these are the most flashy out of the whole range. I know that they look scary, but as you try them, you'll see that they're actually not having a lot of color. So Pipi, Pipi is the more cooler red right here, and Pop, so Pop and Pipi, and Pop right here is the more orangey. I will try them both. Let's do Pop first. I love Pop. I love Pop, especially when you have tan, like in the summer. If you have medium, dark skin tone, this is going to be so beautiful and fresh. Love. I didn't want to take it off, but I want to take it off so I can show you more colors. Let me show you Pipi. Pipi is the red, the cooler red. Oh my god, what a pretty color. It's like you've just been kissed. It's like you've just been kissed. It's so gorgeous. Love this color. Just instant brightness. This is more something that would suit my skin tone. So I'm light medium skin tone with neutral undertone, but now because I have self-tan on, it's more warm. But this is truly the color that suits me the most, because it's not all the way red. It's not like that smoky pink. It's that beautiful pop. Okay, let's take this off, and I have a last one, which I'm sure it's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea, but I love it. There is a time and a place for this next color. This other color is Café Crème. It reminds me a little bit of Chanel Boy. Stop right now. I love this. It would have worked so much better with like Endless Cacao in terms of lip liner, something that's even a bit more of a contrast around the lips. I love this color. This is very 90s. It's like a statement lip. Definitely this works when you're doing a darker eye. So let's just say you want to do an eye like this, right? You put this eyeshadow all over the eyelid and then you blended a little bit of black at the base of your lashes. You have a very cool smoky eye. You do this lip beautiful. I think this is a great color that not a lot of brands are willing to do. I know that this is long, but I also know that you love lip products just as much as I do, so I had to show you this new one. I received this in PR, I didn't buy it. This is the new Patrick Ta for Lips Pink Salted Caramel. Okay, and I wanted to try this soft pink. Love, this is the color. But it's very transparent, like it's very, look, it's literally a pinch of color. I wanted to try this more for the consistency than anything else, because I know that these days, wait, this is sweet. This is really sweet. I've applied too much. Oh, this is so beautiful, but I mean, so many brands came out with similar products. I mean, if you love Patrick Ta and you want to support the brand, or you just want to be a Patrick Ta girl, you're not gonna regret buying this because it's really nice. It's hydrating, but I don't see anything new about this. I have two more products to show you. Oh guys, a product that really disappointed me. I bought this also from Patrick Ta. Oh my god, does it look like I don't want you to think that I don't like Patrick Ta. I love Patrick Ta. Obsessed with Patrick Ta. But this was not it. And let's just get over the fact that, you know, it's super light. Yeah, I get it. It's super light. I can make it work. Look, I can definitely make this work. But what I didn't like about it, I was wearing it for a party, a birthday party, and I was wearing this only on the center of the lip. In like 1 hour, I had that really annoying white line. So annoying. I hate when a lip gloss does this. And listen, this was, I don't know how much it was, but I had such high hopes because look how pretty this color is. Why did they have to make it so opaque? No, I didn't like this at all. Okay, 2 more products. Now I have 2 more products and I'm done, okay? I saw this color and immediately like... I wanted to see how much pigment it has because I know the consistency. I think I have these in every single color. It's like a lip oil, but it's nice. But there's nothing special. I think that by now, me and you have so many lip products. I wouldn't. It's so beautiful. But don't you have something similar? I mean, what I mean by this is that I don't see any novelty other than it's so cute, the packaging. This is glass. And this milky texture, that's also very nice. You know what? Give me a few more weeks to decide about this. Givenchy also came out with serum lip oils. I'm more curious about the formula for these because the colors are not like spectacular. Nothing that would spike my interest, honestly, especially this. If I would see it in the store, I have like 100 like these in my studio. However, this is slightly different. The color is a bit more milky, has pearls, but very finely milled. Oh, whoa, feels so nice. Trying to figure out if it has any taste. Feels a little minty. I know that it looks exactly like this, but it's not. This is very volumizing. I don't know how to explain, but it feels like all of a sudden my lips got 5 times bigger. Again, is this something extraordinary that I've never seen before? No. At this point, I think every single brand has something similar with this, but it's very, very sexy, very volumizing, and I like the super soft pearls inside. The camera doesn't catch it, I think, but it's really nice. It's like glass on your lips. I would spend my money on this. I mean, I would spend my money on all of them, but if you don't have anything similar and you decide to get this, you will absolutely not regret it. It's really beautiful, volumizing, like I said, creates this mirror effect. All of a sudden, there are no lines on my lips. Here's how I would decide. If you're the type of person that really hates anything too hydrating, anything too wet, too glossy on your lips, I would go with a formula like this. Because although this is creamy, it's hydrating, it doesn't have this glossy effect. If you love the sexy lip, the plump lip, if you just love to apply lip liner and something that makes your lips look like, you're gonna be obsessed with this, you're gonna be obsessed with this, you're gonna love this. Not obsessed, but you're gonna like it. This is how I would choose. And then Chanel is very particular. Like, you need to really love Chanel and to want to have Chanel to buy this. I'm not saying it's a bad product, but I find that Chanel customers buy it because it makes you feel in a certain way. So if that's important to you, by no means, like, get it. Are the colors like, no. I like that blue though. It's kind of like different and fun. So Chanel is like a different category. It's like it's in its own league. Let's just put it that way. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this look. We came to an end. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed with me all the way till the end, besties. You know, we can be besties, right? As usual, everything I've mentioned is in the description down below, along with the exact shades I've used. Thank you so much for watching. Also, I wanted to tell you that if you want to find every single product, every single item I wear, even the look that I wear today, I'm going to put a picture right here. You can find it either on Shop My account or LTK, whatever is easier for you. I am everywhere. Okay, everywhere. You'll find a link with the look that I'm wearing today. It's just simple, like loafers, jeans, white t-shirt, and this really, really nice Reformation sweater. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.